Alright, so let's see, what do we have left? Probably in the dorms, that's right. It's weird, we're almost done. I wonder if I can knock this out in like 3 hours. I doubt it, but let's find out together. Dormitories! Toko! Byakuya! Oh, that reminds me, I had a thought. I'll get to that in a second. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside? Housekeeping! Housekeeping, you want mint for pillow?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Toko's probably with him. That's Sayaka's room. Junko is dead. Here we go. This is Toko's room. Is she inside? Housekeeping!
Hey.
Alright, the only other ones left are Hina, Hiro, and the two of us. Housekeeping! I'm gonna keep doing it, I don't care.
Hey.
I don't think she's here. Alright, I need to make sure. We have to go find the others, probably in the dorms somewhere. I wonder... Wait, that's Leon's room. What am I doing? Here's Hiro's room. Housekeeping!
Hey.
No one is in their room. Okay. So, I had a thought. Regarding, you know, who the mastermind could be. Obviously, I mentioned Byakuya previously, but I'm wondering, could it all... Okay, hear me out, this is a bit strange. I got out of there with any luck, I'll never wind up in there again. The smell was absolutely rancid. So shut the thing! Let's go find people. Should show up on the map, yeah? So... Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, Kyoko. Was I supposed to talk to her the whole time? So, anyway. Here's my thought on the matter. What if Junko is still alive? Like, we saw her die, yes. But I've seen a couple of cosplayers in passing who have been cosplaying Junko, and they have... Oh, they're probably in the dining hall. They've all had Monokuma things in their hair. So I'm wondering... I mean, she is the ultimate fashionista, but she doesn't have nearly the resources that, say, Byakuya would have. So I don't know if that's plausible or not. I mean, I doubt she faked her own death, but it was a thought I had in passing today. So I figured I'd entertain it. That's it. And suddenly, we were greeted with... What is that? Did the quadratic formula explode? Let me try. Curfew? That's what I can make out of that. Curfew? And fizzle birth. You again. She's dead. Explorer 103.2.1.255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. AG cubed 0.4 sum equals sen act 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However...
Wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! There they are!
Is that... Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. I've never thought I'd be so happy to be called a cockroach by someone, but you know what? I'm rather pleased that it's Byakuya who says it. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog! Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. I do have to talk to everybody, but let's start with Kyoko, since she can at least tolerate the smell.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just... you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? I lost my spot there for a second somehow. They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway...
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... See, this is where, like, the idea that it might be Junko kind of gets thrown out the window, because if it's potentially Junko, then it could be any of the other students who have died. Like, someone could have had a death faked. But I don't think that's the case, but I don't know either. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait! We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement.
This is different.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream. Or coffee. So we're an empty cup? You're totally useless! So, bye! With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Alright, Kyoko, what's the plan? So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Alright, where are we starting? I'm feeling the biolab. After all, it's nice and close. Doop. Alright, let's get in there. What do we got? What do we got? It's a morgue? Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay, monitor there. Two things there I can check. The tarps! One of the tarps, that's how they dragged Mukuro. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, they're all off. Except for one. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Wait. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it! I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay, so they must be storing all of the bodies in here. Now, if there's only 6 of us left and there were 16 total, there should be 6 of these not lit up. However, there are 7, so someone is still alive. Maybe my idea has its own, or is being lent credence. That's not what I wanted. There's some kind of weird machine or something. Right-hand lights are off. Here we are. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know when the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Biolab lights has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So, unless Mukuro's body isn't here, but I don't know, Monokuma probably would have cleaned up by now. There's a stack of tarps here. Been seeing a lot of those things lately. Alright. Is there anything I haven't looked at in the biolab yet? Nope! Okay, we're good. Let's warm up a little bit. And in order to do that, why don't we go back down to the 4th floor? The data center's there. However, I'm going to the headmaster's room first. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto. It's you. Oh, Byakuya. Okay, I just want to make sure of something. It looks like they recycled a couple... Yeah, this one they literally just flipped for over here. This one's the exact same guy, so... Okay, I was just curious. Alright, like Kyoko said, it was ransacked, so... Let's start here. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Okay. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel... anxious. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Isn't that the sword that was in Makoto's room when Sayaka was killed? Something's not right here. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Damn it! Thanks, okay. I'll talk with him before I check that. Surveillance camera. Okay. What's up, Byakuya? Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes, definitely, absolutely. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers...
In other words...
There can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikasaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background of an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Who? Oh, you don't think that's Junko? The hair... Okay, apart from being partially singed, that could very well be Junko, but I don't know. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't. As you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Alright, I want to double check this. Okay, so I'll need to re-examine the body, obviously. But with the hair the way it was, that makes me think it was Junko. But I don't know for certain. Alright, where was the data center? I already passed it. Whoops. Alright. Hey, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Well, let's find out. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Thanks, Hina. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. The Monokuma Control Center? So, wait. Every time Monokuma was talking to someone, like that one cutscene where it was obviously Sakura, it was all being done in here? Sorry, I got another water bottle. So, what? My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now I'm more concerned about that weird device.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of this school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but...
Just a second.
This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Also, notice the red and white hand, or the black and white hands. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Ifumi would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. And could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah!
Yes, please. I'm kinda scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just cheer you on from over here. Alright, Hina. I'll be right back. Alright, where's Monokuma? I know that sound all too well. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? What's up, dude? Hey! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina?
What?
Aw, man! Busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah! Guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Whatever you do, don't push it!
Too bad.
Oh man! Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. I kinda love the fact that Monokuma is remotely controlled like that. Alright, Hina. Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Well, what do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
But
If the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. And the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma Control Room has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no. It's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
'cause, I mean,
It's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like,
so,
you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Alright, what's this hatch? What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. You are railroading me, woman! That hatch is bothering me. But fine. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right. It's locked. But why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then, that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
yes indeed.
Correctamundo!
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. You didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? I wanted to, damn it! No way! The hatch on the floor? Too bad! That was your one big chance, and you blew it!
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice! You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can, too. That's the only way forward. Alright. So we've checked out pretty much everything except for... Let's see. We've done the data center. Dorms in the second floor. Or second floor dorms. Alright, so let's get to it then. That will put us right there. Alright, Makoto, let's get upstairs. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. Are the lights out up here? Whoa! This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no. It's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Hang on. Alright. Let's get rolling. Okay, so there's only 2 rooms I can check out apart from the bathrooms here. All the doors are... What happened here? Genuine curiosity, this. No wonder we weren't able to come up to the second floor. Also, there's just rebar sticking out. Can I finally check a ladies' room? This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Damn it, Makoto! The most important mystery! What do the girls' rooms look like? I'm actually rather impressed that the fish are still alive in here. At least I think they are. They all look like they're... Yeah, their dorsal fins are up, so they're still alive. So, what happened in here? Also, what is... Giraffe lock? Why is there a giraffe coming out of a locker? Also, what happened over here? What is that? Is that just random graffiti? Okay, so why don't we start here? We'll work our way back around to the bedroom down at the bottom. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. so I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? I'm more curious about this. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean, like, a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All I know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but then nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Gets your dander up, doesn't it? I want to check something. Okay. So, why don't we... A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair?
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. That's kind of creepy looking. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Ah, it's the keyboard then. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Oh, sweet. Alright, let's do it. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Well, I'll be damned. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. I didn't talk to her, did I? Kyoko. Well, let's see what we got. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Oh, I was going to say the picture. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Alright, so before I check the present... She was right. It was unusual, and she couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking. Glaring. I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Damn it! Okay. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? It's a head, isn't it? There's a head in that box. Or worse. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and...